Commissioner Oliver G. Gilbert III, District 1, has disappointed his community on issues of priorities, cost of living, and institutional controls. Verifiable facts fueling disappointment in District 1. 1. He pushed through changes to the Office of the Inspector General, OIG, that raised public alarm, December 2025 to March 2026. Gilbert is the prime sponsor of the ordinance that rewrites key OIG rules, File 252448, later, Vir. 260183. The official text indicates that the proposal changes minimum requirements, terms, contract, and the composition of the Inspector General Selection Committee. The Association of Inspectors General, AIG, published a letter requesting reconsideration of the changes to qualifications in the Selection Committee, a red flag for watchdog standards. Media outlets summarized the controversy as a power struggle over how to select the county's watchdog. Why it's disappointing. In a county with a history of scandals, poking the watchdog is perceived as the wrong priority. Oversight should be strengthened first, not questions raised about independence. 2. He was the prime sponsor of the Rapid Transit Zone, RTZ, expansion that many municipalities rejected, 2022. In the county record, Gilbert is listed as the prime sponsor of the ordinance, File 221752, to expand the RTZ to Metrorail, SMART plan corridors and more, with implications for regulations and land uses. At the hearing, municipal officials spoke in opposition, mayors, council members, highlighting the county versus cities conflict over zoning and density related to transit. Why it's disappointing. For residents of District 1, Miami Gardens, Opa-locka and surrounding areas, this reads like centralizing power and pushing density, rezoning, from above, with real fears of gentrification, traffic congestion, and strain on services. 3. Voted to override the mayor's veto and reapprove UDB expansion, November 2022. Reports indicate that the commission overridden Mayor Levine Cava's veto and reapproved expansion outside the urban development boundary. Gilbert was part of the bloc that allowed it. Why it's disappointing. For conservative voters and working families, expanding the UDB is often seen as more development benefits and more pressure on infrastructure, services, not as responsible planning. 4. Led the offensive against the North Miami Beach water surcharge, but the conflict turned into a political battle, 2025. Florida Politics reported that the commission passed an ordinance championed by Oliver Gilbert requiring North Miami Beach to justify surcharges. In its own official statement, his office celebrated state legislation ending a 25% surcharge for Miami Gardens residents. Why it's disappointing. For part of the community, even though the goal, tariff equity, is popular, many residents feel that the implementation has become a protracted institutional battle without addressing the root of the problem or reducing tensions. 5. As a sponsor, he promoted transfers, use of county properties for housing projects. The public is demanding stricter vetting, 2024. In File 242017, Gilbert is listed as the prime sponsor of a resolution to authorize the conveyance of several county properties to a private entity to develop affordable housing, subject to HUD approval, including procedural waivers. Why it's disappointing. When it comes to public land and housing, people expect maximum transparency, strict requirements, and public oversight. If the process seems rushed or poorly explained, trust erodes.